안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
조입니다.
Sorry, can you?
조입니다.
Sorry, I cannot understand. Can you type?
안녕.
안녕하세요.
Sister,
Yes.
in Korean, how we can say in good evening? Sister, I can't hear your voice.
Okay, so you were trying to say 저녁이에요. That's
Yes,
what you were
sister.
trying to say, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sister. Thank
좋은
you, sister.
저녁이에요.
Can you
음,
repeat, sister, again?
좋은 저녁이에요.
Junior game.
음, yeah. Let's wait for 2 more minutes and then start.
Is it raining in your place?
Um, yeah, yesterday, not today. Oh, what
Yeah,
about your place?
it's raining heavily. Hailstorms all.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so network is not good in here.
Hmm. Dikshita, can you be the co-host for today?
Sister, me.
Mm. Can you admit everyone? Can you?
Okay, sister.
Okay. I made you the co-host, and then can admit anyone who joined late. Okay, I'll share my screen.
Okay, sister.
Yeah, let's start our class. 안녕하세요. 저는 한희시카입니다. So before starting, let's learn a word today which we can use. Okay. You remember the words 있어요, 없어요?
Yeah.
We
Yes, sister.
learned it. Yeah. 있다, 있어요, 없어요. So today's word is 시작하다. So 시작하다 becomes 시작해요. So 시작하다 means to start. Okay. So unlike the other two words which we learned, here, we don't replace the with 예요 or 이예요. We replace it with 해요 because this it's considered as a verb. Okay, you can use 예요 or 이예요. It's grammatically correct, but it has a different meaning. So 시작하다 can become 시작이에요 and also 시작해요, but it has different meanings. So if you, I don't know if you have listened this, but in K-dramas or before any games or something, they say 시작, so it means we are starting or it starts now. So when I say you can read and then I say 시작, then you can start reading. But that's 시작해요. So 시작해요, this means it's a verb. So some action is going on. But if you say 시작이에요 means it is a noun. It means it is a start. When you say 시작해요, it starts. That's the meaning. So if it's a verb, you can use 해요. If it's a verb, you can use 해요, 아요, 오요. But if it's a noun, you use 이에요 or 예요. So 이에요 or 예요 means is, am, are. But 해요, it means it's some action is going on. So 시작 means to start, but when you say 시작해요, it starts now. That's the meaning. But when you say 시작이에요, it means it is a start. Let's see the examples and then you can understand. So, anyone wants to read? Dhanalakshmi, do you want to read? This one?
May I?
Yeah.
수업이
Yeah. This one.
수업이 시작해요.
Huh?
수업이 시작해요.
Wait. This is su and this is not a. This is o. So su obi. Okay.
수업이
Mm.
시작해요.
Yeah. 수업이 시작해요. So do you know what's 수업? We have used this a few times in our previous classes. Anyone, do you remember?
아니요.
So 수업, okay. 수업 means class. So this is 한국 수업, Korean class. Okay. So 수업이 시작해요 means the class starts. So here it's not 예요 but 해요. Okay. It's a verb right now. So can you read this one? Tejasvi?
지금 sorry.
Okay, anyone can read this.
Can I?
Yeah.
지금 시작해요.
Yeah. I think you guys learned this word, 지금. Do you remember?
Yeah.
What is
To
지금?
start.
Now?
Yeah.
Jump.
So 지금 means now. So 시작해요 means it starts now. Okay. Then this one. Let's read third one.
Sister, can I?
Yeah. You don't need to ask me. I just read.
학교이게요.
Yeah. 학교에 가요. Okay. So what's 학교? You have learned this as well. What's 학교?
School.
Yeah. 학교 means school. So 학교에 가요. So here, 학교 is school. So 학교에 가요 means you go to school, right? So here you're using 가요. So the root word is 가다. So it became kayo because it's verb. So you're going to school. So go, it's a verb, right? So that's why you're using ayo here. So then this one. Anyone?
Join 시작 이어.
Yeah. 좋은 시작. Sorry, can you read again?
join 시작
This one.
이어.
좋은 시작이에요. This is not 시작해요, but 시작이에요. 좋은 means good. You know, 좋은 사람, 좋은 음식, 좋은 food, 좋은 class, 좋은 student, like that. Good. 좋은 means good. So 좋은 시작해요. So 시작이에요. So here we are not using 해요, but 이에요. So 이에요 or 에요 means is, am, are. So here we'll consider is. So 시작이에요. So it means it is a good start. Here it's not verb but noun. Then last one.
시작해요.
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 해요.
Yeah.
시작이에요.
So this last one is 시작해요. So let's see the examples with few more examples. And then let's use this today in our class. When I ask you to read, I'll say, oh, can you please read this? And then 시작, and then you start reading. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Next,
Okay.
here we have 시작해요. This is in Korean. And then it is a verb because it's ending with 해요. So 해요, how did we get this 해요? It comes from 하다. 하다 is to do something. So 하다 became 해요. So 시작해요, it is a verb. And then it means it starts. Then 시작이에요. It is a noun and it means it is a start. This is a noun,
Sister?
not a verb. Not a verb. Yeah.
Can I say third one?
Sorry.
Can I say third one? The verb. I study.
You mean you wanna read? Okay, yeah. You
Yeah.
mean third word? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can read this.
공 공부하다.
This one here.
Yeah.
Is it 공부하다?
Yeah. I'll
This is 공부해요. Okay. So do you know what's 공부? Do you guys know what's 공부? 공부 means to study. Yeah.
study.
So it's ending with 해요. So it's a verb. So it means I study. But here 공부해요 means it is studying. So if someone's studying and then 공부해요 means that's studying. So what they're doing is studying. But when you say 공부해요 means I study. So it's verb, not just noun. Then this you might be knowing. 사랑해요. You have heard this in K-dramas, right? So
사랑해요.
사랑해요. So the ending is 해요. So it's a verb and it means I love. But 사랑이에요 means it is love. It's not a verb, it is noun. Okay. Did you guys understand?
Yes, sister.
네.
Okay, so now I'll call out the names and then as soon after I call your name, you have to read this one by one. Okay?
Sister,
Yeah.
Shall I read? It is studying.
Yeah, you can. First, okay, Sufyan, can you read this?
Gambujanya.
This one.
No, it is studying. I told.
Are you reading this?
No, I am reading. It is studying. Fourth one.
No, you read this first one.
Okay, sister.
Can you read?
Yes, sister.
Yeah.
Teacher, may I?
Okay. Yeah, Dhanalakshmi, can you read this then?
First one,
Shija
Yeah.
Kada.
시작해요.
Yeah, 시작해요. Then, Tejasri, can you read this?
Yeah, sister. 시작이에요.
시작이에요. Then, Yona, can you read this?
Yes, sister. 공부해요.
You don't need to say yes, sister, just to read. Okay, everyone.
Okay.
Next. Parinaya, can you read this?
Sister,
Then Shravya, can you read? Yeah, Parinaya, can you read this?
which one? Fourth.
This one.
공부해요.
Yeah. Then last second one. Sri Durga, can you read this? Last second one.
사랑해요.
사랑해요. Okay. Then Rutvik, can you read this? Last one.
Sister?
Can you read this?
Can
Last.
I? Sister, can
Yeah.
I?
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
I?
사랑해요.
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 이에요.
So next, let's revise the numbers. Today we have to memorize this. So all of you can unmute yourselves and repeat this several times so that we can memorize. Okay? You can unmute yourself right now. So let's read. Let us all read this together. You can just unmute. So yeah, 시작. Start.
하나,
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟,
Wait.
아홉,
You just have to wait. You just have to wait. I'll show and then you read. Okay? Because we should read together. Okay? Yeah.
Can I read?
시작.
하나,
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 둘,
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 셋,
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 넷,
셋,
넷,
and
다섯, 여섯,
다섯,
일곱,
this one is 다섯, and then
여섯,
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 일곱,
일곱,
oh yeah, 일곱,
여덟,
then
여덟,
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 아홉,
일곱,
아홉,
열.
and then 열.
열.
So now you can mute yourselves and then repeat this. Okay. So 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. Repeat this. Yeah. Once, can you repeat? Just mute yourself and repeat. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. Okay? Can you unmute yourself right now? Now you can unmute yourself and say 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯.
하나, 둘,
하나,
셋,
둘,
넷,
셋,
다섯.
넷,
Yeah, one more time. Okay? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯.
하나, 둘, 셋,
Yeah, one more time. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯.
하나,
하나,
둘,
둘, 셋,
하나,
넷,
둘, 셋,
다섯.
넷, 다섯.
Okay.
다섯.
Okay. Yeah, then 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay.
여섯,
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 열,
일곱,
일곱,
여덟,
여덟,
아홉, 열.
여덟,
열.
아홉, 열.
열.
One more time. 여섯,
열,
일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
여섯, 일곱,
여섯,
여덟,
일곱, 여덟,
열.
여덟, 아홉, 열.
Yeah, one more time. 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
여섯, 일곱,
여섯,
여덟,
일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
열.
여덟, 아홉, 열.
One more time. 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
여섯, 일곱,
여섯,
여덟,
일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
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 Don't just repeat what you hear. You have to read this, okay? So from the beginning, let's go. 하나,
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 둘,
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 셋, 넷,
넷,
다섯, 여섯,
다섯,
다섯,
일곱, 여덟,
열,
일곱,
일곱,
여덟,
여덟,
아홉, 열.
여덟, 아홉,
아홉, 열.
아홉, 열.
아홉,
Yeah.
열. 아홉,
One more time. 하나, 둘,
하나,
하나,
둘,
둘,
셋, 넷,
일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
넷,
다섯, 여섯,
다섯,
다섯,
일곱, 여덟,
일곱, 여덟,
여덟,
아홉, 열.
아홉, 열.
아홉,
아홉, 열.
Okay. So, can you guys now read 1 to 10 native Korean?
Yes, sis.
I'll
Yes, sister.
say
Can I-
start.
can I-
I'll say start. Wait. I'll say start, and then all of you can read. Say. I'll show number. Oh, can you see? Okay. I'll show the numbers,
Okay,
and then you can
sister.
read. Okay. Everyone should say. Okay. So start. Can you?
하나,
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 Okay, I'll just use the
하나.
cursor then. I'll just use the cursor then.
셋, 다섯, 여섯,
하나,
하나.
Wait. I'll move the cursor and then you can read together. Okay. 시작.
하나,
하나,
둘,
둘,
셋,
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 넷,
넷,
다섯,
다섯,
여섯,
여섯,
일곱,
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 여덟,
여덟,
아홉,
아홉,
여덟,
열,
아홉, 열.
열.
Okay.
열.
Good. And let's learn this as well. Let's just learn till 50 in the class, but you can memorize all of this, okay? So this is, can you tell me what this is?
스물,
스물.
스물,
스물. Yeah, 스물. Then
스물, 서른,
서른.
서른,
Then we have
마흔,
마흔. Then
쉰,
쉰.
쉰,
And then we have 예순,
예순,
일-
예순,
일흔, 여든, ahun. But you can just memorize till 50 right now. Okay. So let's memorize this. 스물, 서른,
마흔, 쉰, 예순, 일흔, 여덟.
No. Wait. You have to just repeat after me till 50 only. 스물, 서른, 마흔, 쉰.
스물,
스물,
서른,
서른,
마흔,
마흔,
쉰.
Yeah.
마흔, 쉰.
스물, 서른, 마흔, 쉰.
Sumal
Sumal Soren Mahen Wins.
Okay, one more time. Sumul Soren Mahan Schwin.
Sumal Soren Mahen Wins.
Okay. So what's 42?
Mahendol. Mahendol.
Mahendol.
Good, good, good.
Mahendol.
Then what's 55?
Chin.
Dasot.
Okay, good. Then what's 35?
Sheer and desert.
Soren
Soren Dasat.
Dasot.
Soren Dasat.
Dasot. Okay. Then what about 29?
Sumal
Sumal Ahok.
Sumal
Okay. Then what about 19? Yola. Okay. Then 42?
Mahandal.
Mahendal.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Then what about 51?
Twin Hana.
Okay, good. So now you can guess these numbers. You have to identify these numbers. What's this?
Ilgop.
Ilgop.
Everyone should answer. Okay, everyone should answer.
Ilgop.
Ilgop.
Then what's this? It's Ilgop. That's correct. Then what's this?
Mahendal.
Mahendal.
Let's see. Yeah, correct. Mahantul. Then what about this one?
Ahok.
Yorahop. Then what about 100?
There is no native number for 100.
Yes. So there's no
Native number.
there's no 100, and then numbers more than 100 in native Korean system. It's there in Sino-Korean system. This is because of Chinese culture influence. Yeah, so till only 99 there are native numbers, and you use native numbers to count items, people, age, and hours. So when you
చైనా సిస్టమ్ కదా ఈ నెగిటివ్ లో ఉండే 100 కనెక్ట్
so when you count items every day, you use native system, and also to say your age, and then to count people. Like when you want to count how many members are there, so you use native system like Hana Tul said, like that. And then age as well. So when you want to say age, you use native numbers, and then hours as well. When you
In
say
math,
time, you will be using native system.
in maths,
Have a doubt.
Yeah, you can say.
Excuse me, sister.
what about
Sister, when
Sister,
we
what
use
about while calculating some operations, some numbers?
mathematics?
Yeah.
When they count, they'll be using native system, but I don't know what they use. I think, I don't know, but I've seen people using native system when they're counting something.
No,
sister,
sister, like solving some mathematical operations. At that time, which they will use?
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I'll let you know in the next class, but I don't know right now.
Sister, can I?
Oh yeah.
When we use numbers.
Sino numbers. Let's
Yeah.
complete this and then go there. Okay. So 100, it's not there in native system. And then what about this one?
Set.
Okay, then this one we didn't learn, but you can just go back. So 80 is Yodel. Yodel, okay.
Yodel.
Yodel. Yasot.
So
Yodel.
are you sure it's not Yosot?
Yodel. 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 Yodel.
It's
Yodel.
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 Not Yasot.
Not Yodel, but Yodel, Yodel, Yodel. So next we go to Sino-Korean numbers. We have, this is easy to memorize. So Sino-Korean numbers, so time we use Sino-Korean. Sorry, I think I said native Korean. So time we use Sino-Korean numbers, and then phone numbers, and then dates and money, and any number more than 100 and 100. We use Sino-Korean. So let's memorize this. Let's see if you guys remember. Can you read this?
Anas, Dul,
Il.
Set.
Okay, il, then.
Il.
Yeah, then. Sam.
Sa. O.
O.
Yok.
Excuse me.
Chil.
You.
Pal.
Then
Five.
chill. This is for after you, it's chill. Okay. After
Chil.
chill, then pal,
Gu.
pool,
Sip.
okay. So it's very easy to memorize. You have to learn it like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's learn it like that. So after me, repeat like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Il.
Okay, and one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Samsa. O.
Then again, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then from 6 to 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, are you really reading it or just you have to say it correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes. Good. And this one, it's easy for you to, learn the number from 20 to 90 because you are using these to, again, make these numbers. So if it's 20, then you first use E and then ship. So E ship is 20. Ship E is 12. Okay. Again, If it's 30, then 30. Then 60, then 60. So it's then 100 is 100. Okay. So it's easier. Can you say numbers from 1 to 10 now? Without seeing, I'll show and then you have to say.
Okay, sister.
Unmute yourself. So yeah,
Okay.
시작.
Il.
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 I.
I.
Sam.
Sam.
Sa.
Sa.
O.
Oh, wait,
O.
wait. Somebody is
Yep.
saying all of it. Oh, don't do that. Let's start. Il. Okay,
Il.
then
Sam. Sam.
Sa.
Sam.
Sa.
O.
Yuk.
Yuk.
O.
O.
Yuk.
Yuk.
Then
Yuk.
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 Then
Chill.
Til.
tir.
Pal.
Pal.
Gu.
Hu.
Gu.
Gu.
Chip.
Chip.
Ship. Then
Il.
Isip.
Isip. Samsip.
Oship.
Sip.
yeah,
Yuk.
that's right.
Sip.
Ocean.
Gusip.
Then what about this one?
Palsip.
Palsip.
Palship.
Airship. Then this one?
Ilsip.
Iship.
Isip.
E-ship. This one?
Samsip.
Samship.
This one?
Usip.
Kuship.
Guship.
Gusip.
Yeah. What about 63?
63.
63.
Yuksip. Sam.
Sip.
Yuksip.
Good. Then
Yuksip.
99.
Gusip. Gu.
Guship. Gu.
Then 45.
Sasip.
Sasipo.
Saship.
Sasipo.
No. Okay. So I get 45. Okay. So that's Sashibo. Then 54.
Osip.
Osipsa.
Good.
Shipsa.
Then 77.
Chill.
Chill.
Yeah, good. Then 81.
Palsip.
Palship.
Multiple.
Then 40. No, 63.
Yuksip.
Sam.
Yukshipsa.
Yeah, you guys are very fast. Good. You're very good. So let's identify again. What's this?
Chill.
Yeah. Then this one.
That I can't see. Sister, yeah.
You cannot see, but you have to identify. What? Sashimi. Very good. Then what is this?
Sip.
Shipgu.
Then
Hen.
hen.
Then.
Okay. And then
Sam.
Sam.
Sam. And then okay, very good. So these things you have learned, but just to, I'm revising so that you can remember and use it in the conversation. So age, you already know. So can you guys read this? This one?
Sister, may I?
Anyone?
Sister, may I?
Yes.
Yeah, 몇 살이에요? So 몇 살이에요? It's basic form, but we don't use this. We don't ask age like this to the elders. Yeah, like 몇 살이에요? Like that. It's a basic one, but this is a polite one. You
Yeah.
can use this
We say
with elders. So polite one, can you read this? Anyone?
나가 역답게 됐어요.
So 나이가 어떻게 되세요? So here 몇 살이에요? So 살 is means age. So here 나이 means age. So don't just learn any one thing, because if you learn only one thing, you can speak, you can use only one, but you cannot understand if someone else asks you the question. So you may learn only 몇 살이에요, but when someone asks you 나이가 어떻게 되세요, you don't know how to answer because you didn't learn this. This happened to me once, so that's why learn both so that you know. So it'll help you to answer and ask both. Okay. So first one is 몇 살이에요? Don't read it like 살이에요. So this one, it's 받침. So after this lu sound, it will be pronounced with this one. Okay. E. So it becomes E. So not 살이에요, but 살이에요. 몇 살이에요, like that. And
Excuse me, sister.
polite, yeah.
What is meaning of Saran Saliyo? Saran Saliyo.
30살이에요?
Yeah.
30살이에요? Can you tell me what it means? You just learned. Can you tell me what's 30? Let's go back. So, yeah. You see 30 here. So 30
30.
means 30. So 30살이에요 means 30 years old. Okay. So here, yeah. So this is two ways in which you can ask how old someone is, and then while answering you can say 저는 some number, your age, okay? 살이에요. So let us do this one by one. I won't be showing you the numbers, but you have to answer properly. First I'll start. 저는 6살이에요. Then 닉시타.
저는 13살이에요.
13살이에요. Okay. Then 태자씨?
저는 13살이에요.
13살이에요. Then 하밋?
저는 12살이에요.
12. 연아? Then 퍼리나야?
저는 14살이에요.
14살이에요. Then 친마이? Then 다나락시미?
저는 13살이에요.
13살이에요. Then श्री두르가?
저는 14살이에요.
14살?
14살이에요.
Okay. Then 차르위? Then 사나? Okay, so you know how you can ask and answer. Then let's we don't have enough time, so let's skip the reading part for today in this class and move on to describing. Okay, so today let's learn 4 things, 4 new words, and then we use them to describe anything. So first one is 좋다. Okay. And then 나쁘다, and then 크다, and then 작다. So 좋다 means good, 나쁘다 bad, then 크다 big, then 작다 small. So these are the root words. When you want to use it in the sentence, okay, you will use it like 좋아요. 좋다 becomes 좋아요. 나쁘다 becomes 나빠요. Then 크다, 커요. Then 작다, 작아요. Okay. You use this when you're speaking in the sentence. Okay.
Sir, can you repeat
But
again?
when you want to describe something, before the noun, you can use like this. Instead of 좋아요 or 나빠요 or 커요 like that, or 좋다 instead of that, you can say 좋은, 나쁜, 큰, 작은. So when you see your friend's drawing, you say 좋아요. Okay? That's in the conversation. In the sentence, you say 좋아요. While speaking, you don't use these root words. Okay?
Repeat
You
this
just
four.
say 좋아요. But when you want to describe something before the nouns, you use 좋은 or 나쁜, 큰, 작은, like that. So when you see a drawing, so you want to say it's a good drawing, or you like that drawing. So you want to describe it, right? So then you say 좋은 drawing or 좋은 car, 좋은 person, 좋은 사람. Okay? And then you say you don't use this 나쁜, but if just to know if the food is bad, then you want to describe it, right? Because it's bad, then you say 나쁜 food because it's bad. Please don't use it, just to know. Then there's a house. It's a big house. So you have to describe that. So before that house, before the noun, you say 큰 house. Then there is a car, very small car. So you can say 작은 car. So do you have any doubts? If you don't have doubts, I'll ask you the meanings of these words. Do you have any doubts?
Yes, sister.
Yeah.
First four words. Can you repeat again?
This one, these,
Yes, sister. Yes, sister.
좋다, 나쁘다, 크다, 작다. Okay?
Okay,
Then,
sister.
yeah, here, can you guys tell me what this is? Okay, I'll read it for you. Tell me the meaning. So, 큰 집. What's 큰 집?
Big house.
Yes. Good.
House.
Then, 작은 집.
Small house.
Small
Small
house.
house.
Then, 좋은 음식. Do you know what 음식 is? 음식 means food. Food.
음식 food.
So, 좋은
food.
음식. Then, 나쁜 음식.
Good food.
나쁜
Bad
음식.
food.
Yeah. Then, 큰 학교.
Bad food.
큰 학교.
Can you repeat
Food.
again?
Big school.
큰 학교. Big school. Yes.
Big
가방.
big
작은 가방. What's 가방? 가방 means bag. Okay. So 작은 가방, small bag. So let's play
Small
a
bag.
small game.
Small bag.
Okay. So I'll let you choose things and you have to tell me about your choice. Okay. It's a small game. So 큰 가방 좋아요? Or am I audible?
네.
Am I clear?
네.
Oh, am I clear? Okay. So this game will play. So 큰 가방 좋아요? Or 작은 가방 좋아요. So you just have to answer me. You choose any one after I ask the question. Okay. So let me choose the person and then only they should answer. Okay. So Parinaya, are you there? Parinaya? Then let me ask Sri Durga. Sri Durga 큰 가방 좋아요? or 작은 가방 좋아요?
작은 가방 좋아요.
작은 가방 좋아요. 오케이. Then 하민, 큰 학교 좋아요? or 작은 학교 좋아요?
큰 학교 좋아해요.
큰 학교 좋아요.
네.
왜요? You can answer in English. Why do you like 큰 학교? Okay. Let's move on. Then 큰 방 좋아요? or 작은 방 좋아요? Let me ask this to Dhanalakshmi. 큰 방 좋아요? or 작은 방 좋아요? Do you know what 방 is? 방 means room. So 큰 방 좋아요? or 작은 방 좋아요?
작은 방 좋아요.
왜요? Why do you like 작은 방?
Because it feels cozy.
Okay, okay. Then next we have Charlie. Charlie, 좋은 날씨 좋아요? 나쁜 날씨 좋아요? or 닉시다, 좋은 날씨 좋아요? or 나쁜 날씨 좋아요? 날씨 means weather. Okay. So 좋은 날씨 좋아요? 나쁜 날씨 좋아요? Can you answer? Choose one. 좋은 날씨 좋아요? or 나쁜 날씨 좋아요?
나쁜.
나쁜 날씨 좋아요? Okay. Then Shravya, 큰 피자 좋아요? 작은 피자 좋아요? Shravya, are you there? Then Yona, can you tell me? 큰 피자 좋아요? 작은 피자 좋아요?
큰 피자.
큰 피자 좋아요?
예.
Then let me ask. 수피안. 수피안, 큰 핸드폰 좋아요? 작은 핸드폰 좋아요?
작은 좋아요.
작은 핸드폰 좋아요. Okay. Then Chinmay, are you there? Or Rutvik, are you there? Mm,
Sister, can you read? Sister, can
who's this? Rutvik. Rutvik, can you hear me?
Sister, can hear.
Okay. Then let me ask Yona again. 큰 집 좋아요? 작은 집 좋아요? no, wait, sorry. 큰 집 좋아요? or 작은 가방 좋아요?
큰 집.
큰 집 좋아요. Then 좋은 음식 좋아요? 큰, 큰 음식 좋아요?
Can you repeat it?
좋은 음식 좋아요? or 큰 음식 좋아요?
큰 음식.
큰 큰 음식?
네.
Okay. So let's just watch a few seconds of this video and then just learn 2 words. Okay. Let me share the sound. Okay. I hope you can hear.
네.
Oh, there's okay. Guys, just watch the video and then in the next class, let's try to, understand and then guess the meanings in English. So let's just watch this for now. Okay? So let's watch this again in the next class. But I hope you guys know a few words which was used here already, like 죄송합니다, like 감사합니다, or yeah, words like that. So let's watch this together and then learn. So that's it for today. I'll stop sharing my screen. Yeah. So you must be hungry. Yeah. So 오늘 수업 어땠어요?
먹었어요.
Sorry?
밥 먹었어요.
밥 먹었어요.
어? 밥 먹었어요.
네.
밥 먹었어요 means you ate rice. 오늘 수업
네.
어땠어요 means 오늘 means today. 수업 means class. 어땠어요 means how was it? So 오늘 수업 어땠어요? 좋았어요? 안 좋았어요?
좋아해요.
Yeah, so 좋아해요 is present tense. When you want to say it was good, you can say 좋았어요. Okay? So 좋았어요?
좋았어요.
좋았어요. Okay. So yeah. So
좋았어요.
감사합니다, everyone. Thank you. Let's meet next week. 감사합니다.
안녕.
안녕.
안녕
안녕.
계세요.
감사합니다. 안녕.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕 계세요.
네.